Time to get started. Hello, Marta. Good to see you too. Let's get started. Heart Brain Coherence again every week, every Monday at the same time on Instagram, Second Life, and a Matrix Meeting Room. Theme for today. Every week we do a different theme. The theme from today is detachment. And what can I say about detachment? What is not? It's not like being completely ignorant of something or not caring about something or fleeing for something, getting out of a situation or something like that. With heart-brain coherence, those that have been teaching heart-brain coherence to groups of people, for example, police departments worldwide. We also do it in the healthcare sector. A couple of weeks ago, I was at a company where I thought about teach heart-brain coherence to some physicians that work in the ER, emergency department, ED basically, not the ER, but the ED. And when people need to make decisions in stressful situations, that's where heart-brain coherence is very efficient. And the technique causes a sort of detachment. Those people that are doing this technique and work in stressful situations, especially the police department, they say that when they get into a stressful situation, they notice that they are not so in the middle of it. They kind of can get away from it. They have a better overview. They're a little bit more detached from the whole situation, therefore have more overview, and therefore can also make better educated decisions. So lots of benefits when it comes to detachment. Of course, we also have the other benefits of heart-brain coherence. It gives an immune system boost because we create feelings and emotions inside of us that create happy hormones that regenerate our cells, repair our cells, get rid of cells we don't need anymore. And the part where we say detachment is more like resilience. We become more resilient against stress, illnesses, etc. And the part where I say that people experience that detachment, a little bit being further away from the crisis situation or the stressful situation, that is very beneficial. So today, since I'm talking about detachment, and it's directly related to heart-brain coherence, we do a clean heart-brain coherence session. There are some new people here today as well, so that fits perfectly. It is a self-regulating technique. That's how it's been advertised, not as really as meditation, but a self-regulating technique. I do a meditation around it and make a more deeper meditation out of it. At the same time, I will explain each step we do, what it does to you, why we do it. And since it's a very down-to-earth technique, I don't ask you to imagine or do strange things. There's only one thing that might be strange, and that is that I ask you to breathe through your heart. And of course, that is impossible. You breathe through your mouth, your nose, and you fill your lungs with air. But when you focus on your heart in that specific way, when you imagine breathing through your heart, and we're going to practice that, you are not breathing through your heart physically, but the imagination, the focus on your heart you have then creates a very balanced heart rhythm variation. So it goes from maybe 60 beats per minute up to 70, then back to 60 again, in a very stable, harmonious way. And that calms your whole system down, your nervous system, everything that is attached to your nervous system. It increases the flow of information. It optimizes the flow of information through your nervous system, especially between the brain and the heart and the brain, therefore also heart-brain coherence. You get your whole system, nervous system in balance. So Don says trying meditation or relaxation also helps very well during an operation or before. I mean, yeah, you're kind of very relaxed when you are in the middle of an operation, or at least you're the patient. Yeah, but absolutely. Before, afterwards as well, if you feel pain, for example, you can use meditation techniques to reduce the pain, and you don't need so many pain medications maybe. So absolutely. I used the meditation technique, actually heart brain coherence technique, when I had my appendix problems and it had to be removed. I had a lot of pain and I managed to get rid of that quite a bit, so I needed less medication. And the doctors were actually kind of concerned maybe it already had ruptured my appendix, and they wanted to they gave me an extra CT scan because I wasn't feeling quite the pain as they would expect. But okay, it was nice to have an extra look inside of me with the CT scan. But okay. Yeah, but that is doing self-regulating techniques, doing meditation as self-regulating technique as well. Back to heart-brain coherence, I think we're just going to get started. Again, the only strange thing I'm going to say is breathing through your heart. Just follow along and just imagine doing that. I will explain again why we do that and what it is for. So sit down, find a comfortable position. And as you sit down, just find that spot, that comfortable spot. Move your body a little bit and just settle down. And as always, we also start just by centering ourselves, especially for those that had a long day and had a lot of things going on during the day. Just centering ourselves, letting the day go, getting ready for this session. So, as you sit comfortably, take a nice deep inhale through your nose. Fill those lungs with air and breathe out through your mouth. And as you do that, lower your shoulders, loosen your jaw, close your eyes. Another deep, nice inhale through your nose. And exhale slowly all the way out through your mouth and settle down, let the day go, feel yourself getting centered. Alright, one more time. Take a nice good deep inhale through your nose. Exhale through your mouth. All the way out. And then breathe normally. Just breathe like you usually do. On your next out breath, settle down a little bit more. And then breathe a little slower and a little deeper than you usually would do. A little slower and a little deeper. Try a 5-second inhale, 5-second exhale. Or whatever feels comfortable for you, just breathe slower and deeper than usual. And this is just to tell your body that it is in a safe place. Just lowering our breathing rate already has a great effect on our nervous system. Very good. Now also notice where in your body you feel your breath the most. Do you feel your breath the most in your nostrils? Or maybe you feel your breath the most in the back of your throat? Or maybe you feel your breath the most in your chest or your tummy? So notice where in your body you feel your breath the most. And put your attention on that point. Make it your focus point. That point where you feel your breath the most. And then notice how you are breathing through that point. Notice the colder air flowing in. Notice the warmer air flowing out. And for a few moments, try to follow your breath as you breathe through your focus point. And if you during these silent moments notices your mind wandering off, maybe your thoughts start to be all over the place, if you notice that, that is okay. Then you can just gently and without any judgment get back to that focus point and get back to your breath. A few moments more, try to follow your breath through that focus point. This is just a nice mindful exercise. Okay, now move your focus, move your attention into your heart space. So become more aware of your heart space and your heart. You can help by putting your fingers or your hand on your chest right there where your heart is. And then imagine that you are breathing through your heart, just like you were breathing through that focus point we were the first time. Now try to breathe through your heart. Just imagine that. Breathing in through your heart and out through your heart. In through your heart. Out through your heart, and keep breathing through your heart just like that. And as you do that, know that your heart creates a big electromagnetic field around it, and it's measurable several feet away from us. And you can imagine that electromagnetic field around you as a soap bubble. So just imagine that soap bubble around you, that field from your heart. Notice how far it stretches out. And maybe you even can imagine that as you breathe through your heart, as on your inhale, that field around you expands a little. And as you exhale, that soap bubble, that field around you, contracts again. Just imagine that. Nice, calm, deep breaths. And keep breathing through your heart. Just imagine. And this special focus on your heart creates a very coherent heart rhythm variation. And it also makes that field around us, that field of our heart, makes it stronger and even a little bit larger. And our heart is connected to our nervous system. So when we balance our heart rhythm, we also balance our nervous system. And we have all our other organs connected to the nervous system again. So also that will get in balance. Blood flow will get in balance, our blood pressure will get in balance, your whole system will become like a finely tuned orchestra where all the instruments are playing in tune and in balance. The information stream between our heart and our brain gets optimized. And know that there's 5 times more information going from our heart to our brain than from our brain to our heart. So you can imagine how much information our heart picks up, not only from our body itself, but also from the surrounding area through that electromagnetic field. Our heart is a kind of an antenna. And it feeds that information to our brain. Okay, so while you're breathing through your heart, I want you to think back about a time in your life where you felt great joy or appreciation, gratitude, care, compassion, any of those feelings. So think back about a time in your life where you felt great joy, appreciation, gratitude, care, or compassion. Could be anything. Could be a gift you received recently. It could be the gratitude you feel for the nice weather, the warm temperatures. Or maybe it has been dry and finally there's some rain. You are grateful and happy and joyful for that. Or it can be the care, the compassion you feel for a loved one or a pet. Just find a time in your life where you felt great joy or appreciation, care, gratitude, or compassion. And as you breathe through your heart, I want you to relive that moment, that time in your life inside of you, as if it is happening right now. So breathe through your heart and see that experience unfolding in front of you again, just like it is happening right now. And make it as real as possible. Make that inner experience as real as possible. Not only see it, but also feel it. Feel it with your whole being and let every cell in your body vibrate with those feelings. And it's okay if you notice a smile on your face. It's okay if you feel a warmth going through your body. Some people feel a kind of a light sensation. It's all fine. It's just your body reacting to that inner experience. So make it as real as possible. Actually, our body doesn't know the difference between an experience coming outside of us or the inner experience. And actually, our body reacts more to the inner experience, even the reaction from the experience outside of us, than the external experience itself. So creating feelings and emotions on the fly, wherever you are. If you don't feel bad and if you feel bad and you want to feel better or something else, you don't like to feel that certain way, you can close your eyes, breathe through your heart and escape for a little moment to another place, a past experience, or maybe you want to manifest something and you can imagine a future experience, something you want to experience in the future. You can do that too. You can imagine how that would feel, that experience in the future. So you can breathe through your heart and create an inner experience inside of you and make it as real as possible. And your body will react to that. If you feel happy, joyful, if you feel gratitude, appreciation and care, your body's physiology changes to those feelings and emotions. If you're happy, happy hormones will be generated, your cell regeneration will get a boost, your immune system will get a boost. You get out of that flight and fight modus and you start repairing your body. Okay, so if you must just replay that experience over and over again while breathing through your heart. And then on your next out breath, I want you to relax into that moment, into that experience. So don't force any feelings or don't force the experience too much. Just relax into it. You have created it now. And just breathe out, lower your shoulders, relax into it, and just enjoy the moment. Enjoy being in that state of gratitude, or appreciation, that joyful state, that caring state, that compassionate state, whatever you created for yourself. Relax into it for a moment. Very good. Now, let's slowly get back. And we can do that by noticing the room you are in. So notice the room you are in. Notice any sounds in the room you are in. And then breathe normally again. You might take a good inhale, and as you exhale, slowly move your body back and forth and from side to side. Slowly getting back. And when you are ready, open your eyes. Maybe wiggle with your fingers and toes a little bit. Welcome back. Welcome back. Okay, great work everyone. You can type back in the chat when you are back. Last Saturday I had a session in town here and people didn't want to come back. They were so relaxed. It always makes you a little bit worried when they're sitting there in their chair or laying on the ground and they're like still enjoying their feelings that they created. So, great. Okay. Aquarius says there were some birds that were distracting. Yeah. If you go to my podcast, I record these sessions and then I release them as a podcast for my Patreon supporters. Already an hour after the session, they will have access to it. If you browse back a few weeks, or maybe 2 weeks was it? Yeah, we talked about noise, dealing with noise during a meditation. So you might want to try and find that and play that recording. Great. Don got a phone call, yeah. Such things can happen. It's all part of the session. You can also turn your phone off, of course, but yeah. Sometimes, phone call comes in, I didn't turn my phone off. Well, then you can choose to get out of your meditation or let it go and make it part of your meditation, maybe. Great. Thank you, everyone. I already have a theme for next week. Then we will do a special about intention. And we're going to try to set an intention for someone or something. So if you have, for example, yourself or a loved one that you want to set an intention for. Maybe someone is sick or ill or anything like that, and you don't mind that person. It will be anonymous, of course, but you don't mind if that person or you is getting set an intention for. Give me a call or send me a message, and I'll contact you back and we discuss it and how we are going to do it. It's a great way to incorporate heart-brain coherence and heart-focused meditation in something more healing. It doesn't have to be a person, it can be a pet, it can be a situation, for example. There's always something happening on the planet which is negative, which we don't like, which we want to send some good intentions for, and maybe we can change some things as well. So that we will talk about next week in our Heart-Brain Coherence Intention special. So I hope you want to join then. Again, if you have suggestions for people, pets, or situations you want us to set an intention for, perfectly fine, send me a message and I'll get back to you, and I'll explain what we're going to do, how we're going to do it, and if you're still all right with it, we get going for next week. Great. Thank you for joining, everyone. A very nice session today, I feel. I hope you liked it too, and I hope to see you back next week again for our Heart Brain Coherence Meditation Intention Special. Be safe, everyone. Take good care. Have a wonderful rest of your day and evening. Namaste.